I bought Arian a jersey, and then the Brewers emailed me, and I think they're sending you. You probably have $1,000 in Brewers
Yeah,
stuff.
they're sending me stuff. My homeboy Julio hit me. He said his GM hit him. His GM hit him and sent him the tweet from our account.
The
Yeah.
GM of the Brewers.
Yeah.
That's
So,
insane.
so he said they gonna send me some gear too. I'm like, let's do it, baby. Welcome back to Macrodosing. It is Tuesday. It's April 2nd. April Fools, it's April 1st today. Fucking got you guys.
Love what you did there.
Gotcha. Le Poisson d'Avril. Today's episode is brought to you by Game Time. Game Time. Hoop. Best part of college basketball is here. The Final Four. And you're probably as excited as we are to watch some big games throughout the tournament. Final Four is coming up. Big T, can you look up what the Final Four seats are looking like for San Antonio, Tejas? What's the get-in price? I would like to know the get-in price for Saturday.
For Saturday.
Yeah, we're going to be streaming in the cave. You can get out to see the action in person with Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Game Time makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the app actually go down the closer it gets to showtime. The Game Time app is the best way to find tickets for all the college basketball, all the baseball games that we got going on. Last minute tickets, you can get up to 60% off quickly and easily at the last minute if you're shopping on Game Time. Just pull up your chosen event and turn on the GT pick setting at the top of the screen, or browse the best local Game Time pick deals near you on your Game Time app homepage. What's the Final Four looking like, Big T?
I can get you in for $270 to the Final Four.
There you go. And it's going to be maybe the best Final Four of all time. Some of the best teams that we've ever seen in the Final Four, and you can get in on the cheap at Game Time. They got the best ticket prices in the world. If you're a big Brewers fan looking to check them while they're playing some road games or maybe making your first trip to Milwaukee, like Arian, use the Game Time app, get in, check your Brew Crew out. Baseball season's here. There's games every day. It is the best. Or if you're looking to maybe go see Ovi break Wayne Gretzky's all-time goals record, hopefully this season, use Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code MACRO, $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download the Game Time app, create an account, redeem code MACRO, MACRO, for $20 off. Download that app today. What time is it? Game Time. All right, we're back on Macrodosing. Big weekend. Big T, you teed off about anything?
No?
With the benefit of hindsight, I think the better team won.
So I noticed we're skipping right over Tennessee beating Kentucky in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Because that happened on like Friday.
Okay. So
all right,
continue.
so let's set the stage. First of all, Tennessee baseball won on Sunday. Huge win.
Sweep.
Huge sweep.
8-1 in the SEC, 26-2.
Over the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Mm-hmm. On the road.
Massive. Everything school.
Yep.
Tennessee. All their stuff's good. Also on Friday, the Tennessee Volunteers beat their arch rival, avenged the 2 losses from prior this season, the Kentucky Wildcats, to advance to an Elite Eight under Rick
For the
Barnes.
second consecutive year. I believe they haven't been to the Elite Eight in I don't even know how many years. It's been a very long time for
best
them.
2-year stretch in the history of Tennessee hoops.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rick Barnes. And then they played on Sunday, and that's the Tennessee Minute.
Yeah, and then they got killed by a better team in the Elite Eight. It happens.
Yeah, Houston is they're a nasty team.
You asked me when we played UCLA, I said to Blutman, I was like, you tried to beat Tennessee playing Tennessee basketball, and there's only one team that can do that, and it's Houston, and they did it.
Yeah, so actually, Big T, you were right.
Yeah, I mean, we played poorly, but they're much better. They deserve to win.
They did, yeah. Tennessee couldn't make a shot. No open threes, really. The first half was it was ugly. Ugly basketball for Tennessee, but that's mostly credit to Houston for having insane defense. Just big dudes that are physical, that'll get in your face. They don't stop working.
Yeah, they're nasty.
So now we got Houston against Duke, and then we have Auburn against Florida. So, Big T, give me your Final Four projections. You can change these later in the week, by the way.
Oh, I can?
Yeah, this is just like right now. The feelings are fresh.
I think it's going to be Duke against Florida in the championship game, and I think Duke's going to win. I was hesitant to come around all the way on Duke for a while, But they're disgusting. Like they play almost just as good a defense as Houston does, but their offense is way more firepower. Like I think they beat Houston fairly handily. And Florida Auburn will be a good game, but I think Florida just has the guard play is just too much. And then I think Florida Duke will be a great game, and I think Duke will probably win.
Mm-hmm. That's reasonable. I do think that Houston might give them a game.
I don't think it'll be a blowout, but
the defense is just so good. Their size, they can line up with them. They can make life hard. If they get like Cooper Flag into foul trouble, that's really the one thing. If Cooper gets in foul trouble, I think Houston's got a good chance. If they don't, I think Duke's going to win, but it's going to be a fun game, and we reserve the right to change all of our opinions later this week.
Houston didn't play like particularly well offensively against us. I think if we had scored 25 points in the first half, which is not a good half, we would have been tied with like 5 or 6 minutes left.
Yeah. So the state of Tennessee basketball, you would say, is strong.
I think it's really strong. I've heard some guys in the portal that we think we're going to get that would be a pretty good basketball team next year.
So let's just have a big picture mentality and look at the season. Look at the body of work.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah. Okay. I respect that. Arian, did you watch any basketball this weekend?
I actually did not, man. I totally forgot about the tournament, to be honest. Spaced out.
You're too busy watching Brewers baseball.
In fact, I ain't missed the game yet. I've been watching the Brewers, man. So, yeah.
First victims of the new bats.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know enough about baseball to know what's going on, really. I read up a little bit. I guess the Yankees hired like some engineer to modify their bats. Allegedly, it's within the rules, like technically, by the words that they use, but I don't know enough about the MLB and how they handle shit like this to know what they're gonna do. But I mean, my first stint as a Brewers fan, and the Yankees do a franchise record 9 home runs, cuz that shit was tough. I was watching that joke. First 3 pitches of the game, all these niggas went yard. I was like, yo, this is tough, bro. But I like the squad. I like our squad, man. My man's in my group chat, in my San Diego group chat, they are not having it. They are so mad at me, dog. They like, yo, don't wear that shit down here type. They doing that type shit. It's funny, man. But I don't know, man. I still enjoy it. I think we have a young, scrappy team. I like the way we fight, and it's a long season, so I'm encouraged. I ain't worried about it.
So, Arian, you know what I didn't even realize? I was looking to see when the Brewers first get the Padres. It's the series immediately before they play the Braves in June.
And I will be attending that. I'm trying to convince a couple of the homies to come up to Milwaukee, but one of them is, but the rest of them like, I ain't going up there, man. Fuck that shit. They mad at me. I'm talking about, if I show you some of the texts that they sent to me, though, they mad.
Why are they so angry?
Well, most of it's jokes, but one of them's like really like, he's a really good dude. Big T met him. But he's like San Diego diehard, and he reps the city like very hard, and he's super proud, which I appreciate. He's super proud of me and what I did in my career, and he feels like I represent San Diego. And he's like, dog, you need to like represent San Diego because you are a part of San Diego. And I understand what he's saying, but I mean, I just have never liked baseball, so I just like to have an obscure team. I understand what he's saying, but it's Brew Crew. I made my decision. It's final.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we staying brewed up over here. Brewed up and blued up. It is what it is.
And some people in the group chat were saying that you better not wear that around certain areas of San Diego. Is it gang affiliated?
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I didn't know that actually, that there is a gang that wear the Brewers hats out there. It's the neighborhood 40s, I believe.
It's a nice hat.
I like the hat. And I told him, I said, well, if somebody run up on me, y'all gonna let them fade me like that, or we getting down in Petco? It's not even Petco Park anymore, is it?
Yeah, it is.
It is, yeah. It's whatever. Run up on me. I'm a Brewers fan, dog.
Please, sir, don't hurt me. I'm just a big fan of Christian Yelich.
I mean, our MVP through the first 3 games is Vinny Cap. So I'm a Vinny Cap fan right now.
The onslaught that you faced with the Yankees was
It was tough to watch.
It was something. And Aaron Judge should have gone yard a fourth time too. He came so close. And he's not one of the ones that's using the torpedo bats. He's using a regular bat, he says.
So this what I didn't understand, and Big T, maybe you can enlighten me. So when my man's the first 3 pitches are out the park, I mean the game starts, ball game, right? Boom, game starts. First 3 pitches, yard. Why is my man still on the mound? I'm not disrespecting him. I don't know enough about Buddy. And apparently he pitched for the Yankees last year, so I'm very confused. Why do you stick with a pitcher after the first 3 pitches they go yard? Do we got to get him out of there, right?
If it's a starter, like that was that the first? That was the second game.
Second
right.
game.
Regardless, you don't want to. I mean, you would have to give up as a starter like 5, 6, 7 runs in the first inning to get pulled because you gotta you only have so many pitchers and that guy needs to cover 4 or 5 innings at a minimum to get you to where you can use your bullpen, and then you have to play, like you have games the next 9 days, so you've got to be able to use your pitchers like and in 100s, obviously at the beginning of the season it feels a little more magnified because they're the first games, but in a 162 game season, like there are going to be games where you just get your shit kicked in and you're like, listen, you got to pitch 3 more innings and like just wear it.
So coaches in baseball are a little more, they have a longer lens. They look at the entire picture, so they don't get all emotional like NFL coaches and they pull you if you throw
right. Like if you're down 5-1 in the 7th inning and it's a Thursday in June, like could you come back? Absolutely. But you're not going to pitch your best guys in that situation because, like, well, tomorrow the game starts 0-0. We have a better chance to win then.
Got you. Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I find myself so like I even watched some of who the Cardinals play.
The Cardinals played
They played I forget who they played.
I don't even remember.
Was it I forget who they played. I watched some of the Cardinals
Twins?
games.
Did they play the Twins?
Could have been. I watched a couple games. I'm starting to like really enjoy the game. Like
I love this.
Yeah, it's a really dope. And I can't wait to go to the park because now that I'm kind of watching, I'm kind of getting getting in my vibe, getting in the groove, and it's fun. I can't wait to go because I'm gonna go. They go play Milwaukee at Milwaukee, so I'm gonna go that Sunday. I'm gonna go all those games, and then I'm gonna go to when the Braves come. I'm gonna go to that series as well. So, and we're gonna hit up Twitter, man. We're gonna hit a lot of tailgates, Big T. Me and you gonna.
I love that. Yeah. I love that.
Y'all coming to any games? What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going down there. I already have tickets to one of the Braves games.
I know you is. I'm talking about the other squad.
I love going to games at Wrigley. Nothing like a daytime game at Wrigley Field.
I'm down to do that too. I ain't been to Wrigley.
You know, we were talking about Milwaukee, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying if it's in Chicago, I'm going to that.
Got it. So you're not going to Milwaukee.
I might.
It's an hour and a half.
Depending on what day of the week it is.
Brandon drives longer than that to work every day.
I know he does. Depending on what day of the week it is, I might be down.
Okay.
I would love to go see the Nats play up there.
Let's see what.
Oh, I got a good device for me and you to watch games. I don't know if you saw my tweet.
What's your device? Oh, the backpack. Yeah, I did see that. That was good. That was good. I'm excited about this baseball season. I think the Nats they've got some reasons to pay attention. Their bullpen stinks. Mackenzie Gore was the best pitcher in baseball on opening day, which was awesome to see. And they got some good young guys, but it's a long season. But it's great having it on during the day.
Yeah, it's really, really, really good background, Jones. You know what I mean? Just the ambience, having the game on, having some good drink, good food. It's fun, man. I'm enjoying it.
You don't have anything else going on that day, and your team is playing daytime baseball. Guess what? Now you have a purpose for your day. It's like it's game day. Let's dial in.
Arian, I don't know if you know this. There are 4 teams remaining in Major League Baseball that have not won a game. You and I are 2 of them.
Yep, I did catch that graphic. It's all right, it's all right, man. You know, it's all right. I didn't want to come into baseball and have a walk in the park. You know what I mean? I wanted to fight for this. You gotta fight for this.
I like that.
So everybody's like, yo, it's not too late to jump shit. Yo, you can join the Padres. Yo, you can do this. Fuck that. We ride, dog. We ride. You feel me? It's Brew Crew. I'm brewed up. Don't get it twisted.
Love it. How much did you spend on Brewers merchandise?
About $500.
Love it. He's
And
all
then
in.
I bought Arian a jersey, and then the Brewers emailed me, and I think they're sending you. You probably have $1,000 in Brewers stuff.
They're sending me stuff. My homeboy Julio hit me. He said his GM hit him. His GM hit him and sent him the tweet from our account.
Oh, that's fun.
The GM of the Brewers.
That's insane.
So he said they gonna send me some gear too. I'm like, let's do it, baby.
So you may have 2 boxes coming from the Brewers.
Hey, that's all good. That's what I'm saying. Hey, when we go to Milwaukee, when we play the Blazers, we gonna get on the field. We're gonna have a good time.
Love that.
That's awesome. Fuck, I would like to officially declare that I am a fan of Paul Reed Smith guitars. I'm making my big announcement right now. I've decided Paul Reed Smith guitars. Y'all are great. I got the Swamp Ash special, but I'm looking to get more into you guys. You guys do great work. I'm so excited to be a fan. So shout out you guys. That's completely unrelated, but just want to say that for the record. No, that's cool. I'm glad that you're into baseball, Arian. Very glad. We got some stuff going on in the news. Would you like to get to it, Big T?
I would always like to get to it.
Okay, that's
Getting to it is one of my favorite things. It means there's no more time wasted.
it means no more nonsense.
It means no tomfoolery is afoot.
No more messing around. Anna Paulina Luna, Brace Belden's #1 girl,
Yeah.
went on Jesse Waters' show last week and said that there's a videotape of Lee Harvey Oswald outside of the Texas School Book Depository at the time of the shooting, which would blow the case open and mean that Lee Harvey Oswald could not have pulled the trigger. She said that she was made aware of this, which is just a great phrase to use. That means that somebody told her. They're speculating that it was Oliver Stone, the director of the JFK movie, filmmaker, documentarian, some would say conspiracy connoisseur. He enjoys a good conspiracy. So she's saying that NBC has had this tape for years and years and years and never made it public. Do you think that would be a good business decision on NBC's part to have maybe the most important tape in American politics history and to keep it on the down low, not release it?
I would imagine if this was real, they would have been compelled to have kept that secret.
I would agree with that. That's probably the only way. If like the CIA said, hey, if you release this, you're going to either destroy national security or bad things will happen to you.
Yeah. I don't think it's real, but I think if it was, that would be why it never has come out.
So I think that there could be a tape of Lee Harvey Oswald in Dallas, Texas on the day of the shooting, maybe even close to the shooting. I highly doubt that she's going to produce anything that is him on the street as the trigger was pulled, as the shots were fired.
Is that not what the implication was?
My guess is that if this tape exists, it's probably Lee Harvey Oswald on the street at a time when it could have been possible for him to be going into the building to go upstairs.
My understanding was that it was him near JFK's car, where it's definitive proof he was not in the school building.
Yeah,
the school book depository.
I would imagine that if the tape does exist, I don't think it'll show what she's claiming that it shows, which is like 100% innocent. Lee Harvey Oswald did nothing.
Highly skeptical that a tape like that has remained unseen for 70 years, 60 years.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to be wrong. That'd be wild.
I mean,
please make me wrong, Anna Paulina. I do like that this is her full-time job, though, is to just like get to the bottom of crazy shit. Like just go on a hunt. That's her job as a detective, is to look into everything we've been told by the government and try to find all these deep secrets and then release them to the public. So far, we haven't got a whole lot, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's also a good way for her to keep her name in the news. Brace, by the way, has been going nuts on Twitter still. He's just killing it. There's nobody like Brace in the entire world.
My man's is kind of undefeated right now. He put out some hits. It's hilarious.
Yeah, so my favorite thing that Brace has done recently, there is a Twitter account called I Find Retards is the name of the Twitter account. And I don't know who runs it, but they started their own community because you can have your own community on Twitter. It's like a place where they call themselves the retard army. They congregate there and they search for their retards. And so Brace has been in there. And a couple weeks ago, Brace suggested, hey, this is such a great community. I think we should take it to the next level and start a meme coin, the retard coin. It's a great way to connect with other people in the retard community and to try to also make some money. And then about a week and a half later, the guy started his own shit coin. And then half the sub just like turned against him. It was like, I can't believe that you're pumping and dumping and rug pulling everybody in this retard army with you. And now Brace is threatening legal action against them for stealing his idea. Brace is just sometimes life imitates art. And in this case, it did. I fucking love Brace. He's the best.
Did you see him? He got Groke to say that it's non-binary.
Yes, I did see that.
He said Groke is woke.
Yeah. Is it Grok or Groke?
It's Grok.
I assume in this when he said Groke is woke, I think you say it to rhyme in that instance.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I think it's probably Grok.
But yeah, he through an intense line of questioning, he got Elon's bot to admit that it was binary or it was non-binary, and then Elon will have some explaining to do from that revelation.
I would like to get his I don't know view on why he's been going so ham lately, because he kind of been. I never seen him go this hard. He's like, I think he's turning it up a little bit.
My theory is that he didn't have the login account for a while. I feel like Liz might have had that. Maybe Young Chomsky might have had that for a while. And then he got the login back, and he's like, okay, crack your knuckles. It's time to go. And down. Yeah, the last month he's been on fire. So, so shout out Brace. I have a question for Big T.
I will do my best to answer it.
Can I start to do my victory lap yet?
I know what you're talking about, but why don't you tell Mackenzie?
Mackenzie, can I start to do my victory lap yet?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
So remember like 6-8 months ago, I said at some point Trump will joke about or say that he might entertain the thought of running for a third term. And then Big T and Billy told me I had Trump derangement syndrome. And I was like, well, I'm not saying that like it's going to actually happen. I'm saying he's going to float it out there. And then like 9 times in the last year, I've been kind of proven right. But this time he did an interview with NBC and they asked him if he was joking about it. And he said, no, it's not a joke. So I feel like now I can is it safe for me to take the victory lap?
That's fine.
That I was correct about this.
It's not going to happen, but if your claim is as you say, then yes.
Okay. So I did go, I checked all the circles of the internet to see the reaction to it. Pretty much, I'd say 90% of the reaction has been like, this is bad. And this is from all circles, including conservatives. They're like, this is a great way to cost conservatives midterm elections, is by Trump continuing to joke about this or to continuing to say it, even though this time he said not joking. So it seems like a pretty universally despised idea, but we got a long way to go. One of the ideas that Steve Bannon, his advisor, floated out there was that J.D. Vance runs for president and Trump runs for vice president, and then J.D. Vance resigns and gives the presidency to Trump. That I believe would be also unconstitutional. It's just fanfic. It's
if
like
J.D. Vance was that sycophantic and like had that little respect for himself to do that, he should be exiled from the United States.
I think he might be.
I think it's the exact opposite. I think he's extremely ambitious and would never do that.
Did you see the speech that he gave in Greenland when he was like, "We can't just ignore the president's desires"?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
That was a great line.
He once called the man Hitler. And then
now
he's
he's
right here,
vice
man.
president.
He's absolutely the sycophantic.
No, I think that proves it the other way, that his ambition will drive him to do anything, and all he wants is to be president, and he would not just turn that over.
Well, see, the problem is the Republican base goes where Trump goes, and Trump knows that. And so, you have to bend the knee. Like you have to. Like it's not a cult. It's an extremely strong fandom that he has accrued. And if you go against it, like it's political suicide. It's like what it used to be, like when you made a bad statement at a debate or something like that, right? It's like you can no longer run. The people are off you.
But in this scenario, Vance is already the president. He has no. He can't be compelled to do this. Like he would have to do it of his own volition. Like he's won the presidential election, he would have to voluntarily step aside to get. Which again, all of this is nonsense. None of this will ever happen. But it's not like he's not like I have to do this so that I can win more votes. Like that's over and done with.
If he wants to run again, I don't know. Like I said, it is all like I don't know. We are in a hypothetical land, but it wouldn't surprise me. Is what I'm saying. I've seen Marco Rubio do it. I've seen all of these senators, these congressmen, everybody. It's hilarious. He talk about man's wife. He would talk about a man's wife, man's father, and he still will support. It's crazy, dog. I've never seen nothing like it. It's actually impressive.
Yeah, I feel like if he did this, it would, because he's like let the plan out so far in advance. And this is, by the way, exactly what Putin did to get back in office when they had their term limits. He had what's his name? Was it I'm going to call him by the name of a hockey guy, probably Medvedev. Medved.
I'm pretty sure
one of these MVDE.
Medvedev, I think.
Okay, Medvedev ran, and then he resigned and gave Putin back the leadership position. If he did this, I'm pretty sure he would get his ass kicked in the election. I think Vance would get his ass kicked because everybody would be like, dude, we know what the game plan is, and we're not going to have that. That's my theory. But crazy shit happens. We'll see if here's the other thing about Canada. Have you thought about this, Big T, with the Canada 51st state thing?
I'm vehemently opposed to it.
I am too. I love Canada. They're their own country. They're good people.
I don't necessarily agree with that, but
you don't think Canadians are good people?
Go ahead.
Oldie?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I do not think oldie is good. I'm anti-oldie.
You're anti-oldie?
He wronged me.
What did he do to you?
You know what he did. That's as far as I'll go.
I know what oldie did to you.
He wronged me. He did something remarkably disrespectful, and I'll never forget it.
I don't know if it was disrespectful as much as it was forgetful.
The forgetfulness was disrespectful.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Big T has his reasons for hating oldie. Can we talk about him?
You can talk. You can do what?
Okay.
Him or the story?
The story.
I mean, I guess we won't leave the people in the dark, but
I don't even know what this is about.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oldie,
talking.
So Oldie is a great guy, our good Canadian friend. He came down here to watch some basketball with us, watching the hoops, bringing the vibes. Did a great job of that. He showed up with like 5 packets of Tim Hortons, every Canadian snack under the sun. He brought down in his carry-on bag, and he just showed up to be here and to make people happy for a weekend. He did a great job of that. At one point, Oldie was searching frantically through the office because he couldn't find his vape pen. And
weed
vape. I should clarify. Thank you, Big T. And Oldie was looking for about 2 days, just like constantly. He thought he left it in a couch. He thought maybe it was in a pocket somewhere. He was afraid that he was going to fly back to Canada, have it in his pocket, and then he gets arrested. And now he's Brittany Griner. That's what he thought.
Mm-hmm.
So he did not find his weed pen. Fast forward one day, and Big T, I'll let you take it from here.
I had been asked to bring Oldie some Tennessee gear that he could wear on the stream because he wanted to root for Tennessee, which I did. And I found the weed pen in my washing machine in the pocket of the jacket I had lent Oldie, and it made all my clothes smell like weed. Which is why I now hate Oldie.
That's the funniest person that could happen to.
It is.
You.
Yes, I agree. And that, Big T, that's not a sign. That's not disrespect. It's very funny that it happened to you. The one guy that hates the smell of weed more than anything.
Yes,
What
correct.
is
Doesn't
this?
put up with nonsense.
Narcotics.
I was livid.
Did you think about calling the cops on yourself?
No, I didn't.
I found a swath of people. Well, it was just a tweet, and a whole bunch of people agreed, and it blew my fucking mind. I'm talking about thousands that say cigarette smoke smells better than weed.
Oh, 1,000%.
That's crazy.
They
to
both
me.
smell bad. They
A
both
million
smell
percent.
bad.
Nah, hell no. I don't. That's crazy to me. Cigarette smoke is horrible. Weed is like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's because I used to smoke. Yeah.
I
If
think
I don't-
cigarette smoke
that's
is
a-
like
Huh?
comforting and nostalgic sometimes.
Oh, I don't know
Cigarette
that
smoke?
I'd say that, but it doesn't smell as bad as weed.
I think sometimes getting a whiff of cigarette smoke is good. Just a whiff.
Oh yeah, you sound like smokers, man. That's crazy.
Now,
Cancer sticks.
I don't like sit in a room that smells straight up like weed or like cigarettes.
See, that's different. I mean, I don't know. This could be just. I grew up around like people used to hotbox all the time, and I used to love that smell. I don't know.
But yeah, it happened to Big T's clothes. So did you get the smell out?
Yeah, thankfully.
Oldie was
Anyway.
he was kind of freaking out. 'cause
I don't actually hate Oldie. I like him. He's great.
I
but-
told Oldie about it, and he was freaking out because he thought maybe you got arrested, and that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what the trouble
he
was.
asked if
like,
I flew with it.
I was like, no, he just doesn't like.
I was like, no, you just made all my clothes smell like
He
weed.
just doesn't like the smell of
You can smoke in
marijuana.
Chicago, can't you? Ain't that a?
Brother, you can
Yeah.
do anything in Chicago. There was a group of 100 like teenagers running around downtown shooting and stabbing people on Friday night. You can do anything.
That's illegal though.
Not really. They don't prosecute you for it.
I'm skeptical of that claim.
We'll talk after I bookmarked all the tweets. Anyway, what were you saying about Canada?
Oh yeah, we were talking about Canada being the 51st state.
Mhm.
And don't do that.
Horrific
I love
idea.
Canada. Nobody wants to start a fight with Canada. Might as well just go start a fight with Spider, like somebody who's universally loved. That would be the good analogy, right? Like everyone at this company loves Spider, would probably die for him. Don't fuck with Canada. Let them do their own thing. They're cool. They've been a good friend. Where was I going with the Canada thing?
Were you going to talk about
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah, here's the thing. If they did become the 51st state, like some people in our government,
I'll tell you what you were going to say. You were going to get me to say that like, oh, making Canada a state would be a great idea because it'd be funny. And then you'd be like,
No.
you'd be importing 50 million shit libs, which is precisely why I don't want to do it.
no, I wasn't going to say that you were going to be in favor of it. I was
Yeah,
just going to saying has
Crazy.
Trump, has he realized that if Canada is the 51st state, it would vote more liberally than
Right. So I nailed exactly what you were going to say, which is why I don't want to do it.
yeah. Also, they're their own country.
Sure.
That part too. In other news today, Bill Gates gave a talk at some sort of summit. I guess he also went on Jimmy Fallon and said some more of these things. But Bill Gates says that AI is going to replace doctors and teachers within 10 years. 10 years, no more doctors, no more teachers. It's all going to be done through AI.
I'll take that bet.
Yeah, I would too. The fucking thing with these AI people, the futurists, they've been telling us for the last 20 years that AI is going to change everything like tomorrow. And so far it's been like, oh, well, AI, it does, you can do searches on it that don't really line up with facts all the way. Or you can like take a picture and turn it into a cartoon. And it uses like seven days worth of water for a family of 5.
I'm glad you brought that up because that was a thing last week that now on ChatGPT they can make any photo into like an anime style cartoon type deal, and people are like, this is the most revolutionary thing that's ever happened. And it's like, is it? Because anytime I use ChatGPT and you ask it a question, it'll just give you the most blatantly wrong answer of all time, and it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But now that it can make cartoons, I'm supposed to believe that this is the greatest technology that's ever existed.
Exactly. Yeah, that's 100% right.
Like
Big T.
last week, I used it to a guy on Florida State hit a walk-off grand slam that completed the cycle. And I asked it, had that ever happened in the major leagues? And it said, yeah, a couple times. Fernando Tatis Sr. did it and somebody else. And it gave me the dates. And I looked up the games, and like the Cardinals weren't even playing the team they said they were playing, let alone did he hit a grand slam to complete the cycle. Like, it's just, I don't know. I'm very, everybody that sings the praises of Chat GPT and how wonderful it is, I'm very skeptical of.
Yeah, and it's going to get better.
So from an engineer standpoint, I got a homeboy. Not I'm like giving that standpoint. I'm just saying I talked to people from engineers, and they're convinced that it's really good, but it's only as good as the prompts that you give it. And so if you're vague or whatever, then I guess it's not as accurate. So I don't know. I've had a good experience with it. It gives you sources when you ask for sources. I don't know, man. I don't hate it. I do think technology is the future. I'm not all in love with I hate AI art. AI art is ass to me. And so until they get the hands right though, I'm unconvinced that they're gonna replace doctors and teachers so they can make thumbs.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Like the AI doctor looks at your hand and they're like, "This is a fucked up looking hand. Oh, it's only got 5 fingers on there. Why don't you have a second arm growing out of your wrist?
Yeah.
Why do you have fingernails? This is weird." Yeah, it's going to get better. It's going to continue to improve. And I saw that OpenAI they're closing a round of funding allegedly from SoftBank, and SoftBank is valuing their company at like $300 billion, which is insane. So either SoftBank is paying way too much and buying at the top, which they've done before with other companies, or OpenAI has some sort of product that they think will completely change the world, and they will be the biggest company in the world by far.
What bothers me about AI too is they're like iPhone games. The previews of the games are always 1,000 times better than the actual fucking game. So I remember when Sura OpenAI was came out, right? And it was supposed to be like revolution, and it did. It looked amazing. It looked crazy that they was able to make these images, but like it's not available. And all of the video AIs that you try, they're all shit. They all suck. And it's like, I don't know. Maybe they're gatekeeping, but it's like you always say, PvP. I don't know how good this shit is for humanity. It's like,
Yeah,
we spent all this money, all these resources. It's demonstrably bad for the environment, all to make stupid ass pictures of Donald Trump and Elon Musk eating at a McDonald's together, some silly shit like that. Like it's very childish. The human race is getting very unserious as a people, bro.
Can someone tell me because I see that argument a lot is like that Chat GPT and AI are terrible for the environment. Like what does it do specifically that is different than a normal web page?
my understanding is that the servers and the computers, the processing power that is required to run this advanced type of computing, it sucks so much energy. It takes so much energy to do these type of searches and whatever it does behind the scenes, that it draws an enormous amount of electricity. And also because it's working so hard, it gets so hot, it has to be cooled off. So if you've ever driven past a building and it's got like no windows and it's giant and it's one of these big server farms that just contains nothing but computers inside, like the government contracts to those giant companies, they purchase these server farms that are like secure, they've got all these CPUs in there. And to run all these CPUs at the same time, they also that room has to be cooled off, because otherwise they'll overheat and nothing's going to work. It's going to crash down. So it requires a shitload of air conditioning, like massive amounts of air conditioning and water to run the cooling part of that facility. So with these big server farms that they have for the AI companies, it's like a normal server farm times 100, because it's sucking up so much energy. So it costs a lot of money, costs a lot of water, costs a lot of electricity just to keep it cool.
Got it.
Yeah.
Also, Arian, question for you. You mentioned iPhone games. What are your top 3 all-time iPhone games?
Ooh. Well, all time. Okay. One just cracked my top 3. I got you, bro. I have been addicted to this shit. It's called Color Block Jam. It is like amazing, dog. I love it. If you like, it's like Wadoku. I don't know if you.
Oh yeah, I know what that one is.
maybe not. But anyway, it's
It sounds like Tetris.
It's like a Tetris, but there's different different variables involved, and like they give you different maps, and you have to the blocks have colors, and you have to put them out on this little, I guess, little ledge. So the yellow goes with the yellow, and then it disappears. And so they give you different maps and different, like I'm on level right now. I'm on level 289. So it's very addicting. But that has cracked my top 5. But I don't know that everybody would agree with that one. I know, I think Clash of Clans would probably be up there.
Throwback.
Yep, Clash of Clans. Candy Crush would probably be up there.
Mm-hmm.
That's in my top 3.
Goat.
I would say this might be definitely biased, but Clash Royale is the spinoff to Clash of Clans. It's just a very well done game. It's super dope. Just for the fuss that it caused, I gotta go with Flappy Bird.
Yeah, I was a menace at Flappy Bird. I forget what my high score was, but it was unreal.
People was buying iPhones for thousands of dollars just to get the Flappy Bird game on there. That shit was that shit was a moment in time, bro.
2048, probably my all-time number 1. Have you played that?
No.
Oh, you should check out 2048. Arian, I think you would like it.
2048. Oh, speaking of apps, I just got an alert that says my Brewers are playing the KC Royals games. They're warming up. So.
Oh, they're playing in the afternoon today?
Yeah, man, you know. That MLB app is fire.
It's a good app.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, very good app, dog. It's I think it's number 2 from my experience right now.
Masters number 1.
Oh, it's not. No, nobody's even close to that shit.
Did you see the news about the Masters today?
What?
They're going to give you every shot from every player on the driving range with like every metric, ball speed and all that stuff. With
it just came.
That's what I'm saying,
That
bro.
is-
They are way ahead of the curve, dog. The PGA or Live or whatever the fuck they're doing, they need to sit down with the Masters app and say, we need this for every event, dog.
The people who run the Masters app, they should run America.
I wouldn't mind that.
There's no app that
Talk
delivers
about
more
efficiency. Yeah.
and delivers exactly what you want than the Masters app. It's perfect in every way.
In every way.
Now you get the driving
quality.
range,
Dog.
and you get Are you going to get every shot from every player?
I
shot from-
I
and you
just
get
saw driving
every
range.
shot from every player that you want. I don't know if it's gonna have the data behind it for like on the course, but the driving range is. And then like you can follow a player and watch his entire round. Like last year, I didn't really watch it. Thursday and Friday, I just didn't watch nothing but Tiger Woods. And I was just sitting there sitting there just watching.
But aren't some of the players you can only watch the shots after the fact? Because I feel like I bet on somebody last year and like I could only see his shots a few minutes after they happened.
That's how it has been in the past. Yeah.
Tiger was live, so I didn't maybe look into that. But
They've got a wide selection of guys that you can watch live. It's more than I
Gotcha.
think any other tournament. I think.
gotcha.
But they also have the highlights of shots for some of the guys that you can't watch live. And Big T in the past, it's been like a minute after they hit the shot. You can see it on the app where the shot went.
Yeah, right.
And then you have to wait to watch it. I'm sure that's
I'm old enough to remember when you can watch the Masters till 3:00 on the weekend, and that's just what you got.
Yeah. And now it's like the best app in sports by far, the Masters.
Yeah. But I'm really enjoying the MLB app. You know,
MLB's been pretty good. Although MLB TV, it's been a bumpy start.
Yeah, when that was happening, I saw the hoorah on Twitter. My team was on ESPN, so I didn't experience that.
Saw you quote tweeted a Frank the Tank video.
Yeah. I said can't relate. My team on ESPN.
So good.
And then they got fucking waxed.
I can't believe the Yankees had never hit more than 9 home runs in a game.
Well, I saw the Yankees franchise record. That shit was depressing. But hey, man, we all good, dog. It's the walk, baby.
My favorite game of all time on iPhone. I'm currently thinking about quitting.
What did it do?
It's called Metal Storm. It's like a air combat game. I'm thinking about
Not
quitting.
a simulator.
Not
a game.
simulator. Yeah, this one's a game.
Okay.
I also own a simulator.
Right.
But
Very different.
This is a game. I'm thinking about walking away. I feel like I've accomplished everything that I need to accomplish in this game. There's about 1 million people that play. I'm currently ranked, I believe, 1,800 in the game.
Oh, then you've got to crack the top 1,000. You haven't accomplished everything.
It's so much time. So much time if I want to get there. I've been battling.
Couple classics. Temple Run.
Yep.
Remember that one? And Fruit Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See,
Fruit
those aren't
Ninja.
even iPhone games to me. Those are iPod Touch games.
I can't remember last time I seen an iPod Touch, dog.
That was, what year would that have been? Like 08, 09-ish?
Yeah.
Like 08 to 2012.
Those were the days.
My mom plays this zombie game, and her and her husband, they have like it's a thing. They are in a Discord. They're on Discord. They have an entire community. So it's like, I guess it's like they have like zombie raids. So they go and raid other villages, and people raid your village. And they have like, all right, we're going to war. They'll stop everything that they're doing to get on their phones to go do these raids. It's the funniest shit in the world, and they like have conversations. And then my mom was telling me some tea that happened in they clan. Like some dude met up with a woman in their clan in real life, but he was married. And the wife found out, and she got a hold of his phone and was like telling all the clan members, like, "Yo, he met up with so and so in there, and he cheated on me." Like it got messy. My mom was telling me the whole tea. I was like, "Yo, that's crazy."
Wow.
That's just wild.
To go back to ChatGPT real quick, I asked it a simple question. I said, "Who are the most famous athletes to wear number 66?"
Did you roll the die?
No.
Or you
but
just chose
I
66?
just chose 66
I don't
because
know
we
how
had it
people
last
feel about
week.
it. Can we play that game one more time?
I got the die.
What if at the end of every show, until we get sick of this, we'll roll the die once and then we go around?
Okay.
Okay.
ChatGPT said Mario Lemieux's number 1. That's fair.
Was Yasiel Puig 66?
Or was he? He was in the 60s.
He was a weird number.
Number 2 said Zdeno Chara, but he didn't wear 66 on the Bruins. He wore 66, I guess. It says on his early years with the Islanders and Senators. And then it says Giannis.
Precisely.
Giannis does not wear number 66. And then number 4 is Kenny Lofton.
So
Don't believe he was
ask it.
66
Say,
either.
Kenny Lofton
say-
did not wear number 66. So we're two
ask
for
it.
4.
Say when did Giannis wear number 66?
Okay. When did Giannis wear number 66?
Yeah, you typed Giannis fast, dog.
You're right to ask about that. I misspoke earlier. Giannis Antetokounmpo has never worn the number 66 in an NBA game. He currently wears number 34. While he has been associated with the number 66 in some promotional material with his shoe line, like some of the Zoom Freak sneakers, I don't know what that's about, he has never worn that number during an actual game. I appreciate you pointing that out.
So, what? So it got it from that's just, so where did you get that he ask it? Where did you get that he wore number 66 from?
I have no idea. It said something to do with the shoe line, but I don't know what it's talking about. Then
No. Ask it for a source. Ask it. Say where did you come up with that information?
Okay. And real quick, I also asked ChatGPT, when did Kenny Lofton wear number 66? You're absolutely right again. Kenny Lofton never wore number 66 in the MLB. Lofton is known for wearing number 7, especially during his time with the Cleveland Indians. I apologize for the confusion earlier. So it's just
Right.
like saying, yeah, my bad.
What a dipshit.
Yeah. I can't trust this guy.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't be going to ChatGPT.
What about Giannis' shoes involve number 66?
I've got a pair back here. It's a good shoe.
The 66 is featured in his shoes, particularly in the Zoom Freak 1. The number 66 is significant because it is the number of kilometers it takes to travel from the Greek village of his parents to Athens. I don't know. I don't think I've ever looked close enough at his shoes. Are those Giannis's?
Oh yeah, I don't see anything about a 66 on here.
What is the logo? Is
It's
there a 6 in
GA?
there? That's similar to a 6. The G.
You're stretching.
I think the letter G kind of looks like a 6, and
I like it.
that's
I never
maybe
looked
where
at
it's coming from. Just in general, the letter G is the. What number would you say it looks the most like?
6.
So that might be a confusion that ChatGPT has.
I think you're giving it far too much credit.
I am. Bad job, ChatGPT. Bad AI.
Yeah.
You're not. You're.
Will you
sorry,
tell
no,
it bad?
No doctorate
Tell it
today.
bad AI.
Yeah. Bad AI. Bad.
All caps.
You will never replace my doctor. I totally get it, and I'm really sorry if I gave you any incorrect or confusing info. You did. I'm here to help, but I know I can't replace the expertise and trust of your doctor. If you have more questions or need clarification on anything else, feel free to ask. I'm always here to try my best to support you. And then smiley face with the rosy cheeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Use emojis?
Oh, Russell Wilson definitely uses ChatGPT to like communicate with his wife. You remember that time when he got caught on Valentine's Day? He wrote her a poem describing a beautiful woman. And the poem
You said he got caught on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, he like published something on either Instagram or on Twitter that was a note to Ciara on Valentine's Day. I think it was Valentine's Day, but it was like a love letter. And then somebody found out that if you just ask Google to describe a beautiful woman, it was word for word, bar for bar, taken from Google.
That's crazy work.
Yeah. Russ might be AI. He might be.
Like that Subway commercial?
Yeah. It's spicy.
Mr. Unlimited.
What else we got in the news today, Big T?
Did I have one more story in there? Or was that
Morgan Wallen.
Oh yeah.
Is this a big deal?
Someone explain to me why people are mad about this.
Because I think he's lame.
All right,
personally.
so Mad Dog, can you describe what the controversy is, if there is one?
Yeah, so Morgan Wallen was the musical guest on SNL this weekend with Mikey Madison, and basically the end credits for every SNL episode, the host and the musical guest stand there and they say their goodnights, and then they thank the cast and the crew and everyone who works at SNL. And then the credits roll, and that's the end. Morgan Wallen basically... The Mikey Madison said, thank you guys so much for letting me host. Have a good night. Turns and like her and Morgan do this like awkward like okay bye, and she goes in for like a hug, and I think he says something. I obviously you can't hear it, but it looks like he whispers in her ear like I'm gone bye, and then does not say goodbye to any of the cast, and immediately just runs off stage, and then like an hour later or whatever, posts an Instagram story from his private jet saying, "Get me to God's country. Like, get me out of this hellhole of New York." And people are calling it rude. And
where is God's country? Where did he go?
I believe Tennessee.
Tennessee.
So,
but would that not seemingly indicate that like the people there didn't like him that much?
I think it would indicate that he's a bit of
he could have just not agreed to do SNL, right?
I think if he was so he's also done SNL before, so if he had an experience that was so terrible the last time he was on SNL, he could have very easily said no. I don't think Morgan Wallen is strapped for cash. So I think it's just rude to rush off stage, not thank anyone.
Yeah.
And then post like from your private jet, like get me to God's country. And yeah, so people are like, that's a rude thing to do.
Yeah, listen, nobody likes standing up for 3 minutes and just clapping. No one likes that. Even at a wedding sometimes, it's a bit much.
Yeah, so I think people are just like, I think Morgan Wallen has several examples of him maybe not being a stand-up citizen. And this kind of just adds to that list.
He's such a stand-up citizen that he hates chairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He loves standing up.
He loves standing
Great
up.
call.
Yeah. But I think that's the thing, is this is another example of Morgan Wallen being less than an exemplary, whatever, good guy.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I'm not really concerned about what happens on Saturday Night Live. I'm like, yeah, you can. That really has no bearing on my day-to-day life, as if a country singer didn't like being on SNL. But yeah, kind of weird that he's like acting. He seems to be acting like this is a terrible experience for him, and it's completely voluntary that you go on the show.
Can I ask you a question, Madeline? If he had like stayed up there and they're all kind of like hugging each other and stuff, if he had gone up to people and tried to like shake their hand or hug them and they didn't reciprocate that to him, would you have said that also makes him look bad?
Well, no. Also, I don't think they would have been like, I'm not touching you. Like they wouldn't have done like the handshake. Ooh, just
if it was
kidding.
just very clear that they didn't like get along with each other.
I don't think then. No, I don't think that would have been like. I think they would have done like a fake hug and a fake like. Thanks so much. I'm sure that there are a lot of musical guests and hosts that are like less than 100% kind to those cast members, and it seems that they can like fake it with a smile for the most part. I'm sure that Morgan Wallen is not the first douchebag to be on SNL, and he won't be the last.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think if he turned around, shook people's hands, I don't think they'd be like, ew, I hate you. I don't think that would have been the reaction. I think him just running off stage and refusing to acknowledge those people is rude. And yeah, I don't think if he actually went and did what he was supposed to do, anyone would have said anything. If he would have said, get me to God's country, I think people would have been like, oh, he hates New York, whatever. I think it was like on top of that.
That's funny. Taking a picture of your private plane saying,
Yeah.
Well, and there's another, like, it's a lot of levels of irony.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, if you can't have fun in New York for one night, that's a you problem.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I don't want to move back to New York ever. I don't think it's a fun place to live for an extended period of time. I had a good time while I was there. I enjoyed it for a few years.
And you're rich.
And I'm rich.
And so is he.
And so is Morgan Wallen. But no, I'm just saying, like, most people, like I visited New York when I didn't have any money. You can have, you should be able to have fun in New York
Yeah.
I'm saying like
for a night.
He's rich. Like
And there's an after party. Like, yeah, I don't think that it was the most
can do
uncomfortable
whatever he
experience.
wants.
Yeah. I don't really feel bad for Morgan Wallen that he had to go be on SNL.
No.
It doesn't really spark a lot of sympathy in my heart for him.
Yeah. Now back to Nashville, where there's clean streets
yeah.
Right.
and less people.
Most of them are.
Let me get on Broadway.
Yeah, that's true. Listen,
Nobody goes to Broadway.
No.
Seems he does.
No offense to Nashville intended at all. I love Nashville. It's a great time. Even Broadway has its moments and its place. But yeah, if you can't have fun in New York City for one night, being a rich superstar after you get done taping SNL, that's probably you problem.
Look inward, buddy.
Yeah. Well, don't say inward.
Oh. That was a good one. But yeah, that's the long and the short on the Morgan Wallen situation.
Yep. All right. Good update. Anything else we want to get to today? Do we want to talk about April Fools at all? Because it is today.
No.
Is that still a thing? Do people still do that? Am I
Dude,
so?
yeah, it's accelerated actually because I think with social media it became a thing again. I think it was starting to die out, and then now it's funny again. It's so stupid.
I just I've never gotten got by April Fools because I wake up on April Fools like, here we go with this shit,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, hey man, you left your, hey dog, did you ever see the? Shut up, man.
It's a good take.
No.
So in Armenia, an April Fool's prank is revealed by saying April Mek. So you say April Mek in Armenia. In Germany, you just say April when you get somebody. You've been Apriled. In Iran, it is Dorog-i Sizdar, the lie of 13. That's what they do in Iran. It's their equivalent of April 1st. It takes place 13 days after Persian New Year. On this day, people go out, they leave their houses and have fun outside in natural parks. Pranks are played on this holiday since 536 BC. In Ireland, it's traditional to entrust the victim with an important letter to be given to a named person. That person would read the letter, then ask the victim to take it to someone else, and so on. The letter, when opened, contained the words, "Send the fool further." It's pretty good.
I don't hate that.
I like that one. In Italy, France, Belgium, and French-speaking areas, they call it April fish, which is the Poisson d'avril, and you try to attach a paper fish to somebody's back without being noticed. They put it in newspapers, in postcards, and they're just like, I got you with the fish. In Norway, in Finland, in Sweden, most news outlets will publish exactly one false story on April 1st. It'll be a first-page article, but not the top headline. In Poland, it's a day of pranks. It's a centuries-long tradition. Pranks are played, sophisticated hoaxes, etc., etc. Serious activities are usually avoided on April 1st. Every word said on April 1st could be untrue. The conviction for this is so strong that Polish anti-Turkish alliance with Leopold I, signed on April 1st, 1683, was backdated to March 31st. They wouldn't sign it on April 1st. So I guess Poland takes it really seriously. In Poland, you don't fuck around. You don't do anything on April 1st. Don't step outside.
Imagine if the Luka trade broke on April 1st.
Oh, man. There'd be no chance. There'd be no chance. Actually, somebody should do that. Breaking news. Luka Doncic has been traded to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis.
That's good. You should do that.
Should I? Okay, I might. Yeah, do you do any April Fool's pranks?
Nah, it's never been my vibe. Well, when I was a child, yeah. Like, not to slight anybody that does it, but like, I used to get my mom all the time.
Do your kids try to get you?
Nah, they ain't into that. I don't know. Like I did it in an era where like there were there's nothing constantly reminding you it's April 1st, right? So like I called my mom at work with some shit a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? And they had to go get her. Like, may I speak to Bernadette Foster? This is her son, Arian. And she's like, yeah, what's going on? I'm like, yo, dog, yeah, somebody got the, just something like that. She's like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, yeah, it's crazy. And I say April Fool's. She's like, dog, I'm at work, man. I don't have time for this. Like that, Back then it was a little easier. Now it's, you open your phone, there's April Fool's jokes and shit. It don't hit the same.
If you're the social media manager of a mid-tier brand, April 1st is your Super Bowl.
It really is. Yeah.
Like the social media team at Sour Patch Kids can't wait to post like, welcome our new flavor, fucking
Boogers.
trees.
Mayonnaise.
Potato
Yeah,
chips.
yes.
Mayonnaise Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Those aren't actually coming out. So fucking stupid.
God damn.
I
Hey,
hate it so much. It hadn't even crossed my mind until you brought it up.
Yeah, just be on the lookout today.
And in lieu of baseball season, Big T, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor. I got a team. I'm doing baseball. I need you to do something for me, man.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to run back to Sandlot.
Okay.
Run back to Sandlot by next episode, and you got to report back.
Give me till next Monday.
Next Monday. Okay. Next Monday. All right.
I will watch it this week.
I love that, man, because I think it's baseball, like, you know what I'm saying.
I love the idea of the Sandlot.
It's on my lock screen, cuz. It's on my lock screen. Is your team on your lock screen, Big T?
Well, I watch all the games. I don't need.
Is your team on your lock screen?
I don't do notifications other than phone calls and text messages. So
Answer the question. Yeah, no.
Is your team? You said no.
Yes, I said no, but I watch every inning.
That's what I thought.
I just watched 23 consecutive scoreless innings. I don't need it on my lock screen.
Hey, I would have loved to take a scoreless inning. I got
No. The Braves have not scored in 23 innings.
Oh, can't relate. We're playing good baseball. They just
it's a we.
They just hanging drapes on us, dog. They just doing everything. Curtains is nice and it's tough, man. Mac, You should be banging on me more than you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's just it was
'cause if
already
my
a rough start for you, and I want you to enjoy baseball, so I don't want to like rub it in too much.
Hey, I'm a ride or dog. I'm a ride or die. It don't matter. It don't matter what we do this year. I'm here. I'm here for
Listen,
it.
Arian,
But if my squad ever hangs 20 on any of your squad, you're not gonna hear the end of that shit. I'm just letting you know. Right
any
now.
loss in Yankee Stadium doesn't count. It's a fake ballpark. You can always just excuse that away.
Are they walls shorter?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's a little league
funny,
field.
man. I don't want to be on conspiracy land on day 6 of my fandom, but it's something funny over there in New York, dog. I don't know what it is.
It's not funny. They do it on purpose. They're like, we're going to build a little league stadium so we can just hit a bunch of home runs.
That's facts, dog.
And they do.
That's facts, man.
Them in Cincinnati, who you will learn to watch a bunch as they're in the NL Central. If you've ever been to Great American Ballpark, it's jarring how small that one is.
Yeah.
Even more so than Yankee Stadium.
Yankee Stadium it's a little league field. Right field is so close.
I can't wait to watch the Atlanta Braves at the Milwaukee Brewers. Is in July, right?
June.
Or June. In June. That's gonna be a fun time. Me and Big T.
I agree.
Tailgating. It's gonna be a great time. I'm gonna be brewed up. It's gonna be beautiful. I should have my abs by then too. I've been working out.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember April 1st, 2020? People were told not to make April Fool's jokes. April Fool's was canceled due to COVID in 2020
One
because
of many.
they thought that it was an inappropriate time to joke in this country, and misinformation was not to be trifled with.
But that should have been about the time the 2 weeks were up, right?
Mhm.
So it should have been okay.
Yeah, so it was a mark of respect as well, due to the large amount of deaths that COVID-19 had caused up to that point. That's what organizations were asking for, a temporary suspension of April Fool's Day. In Thailand in 2021, the police warned that posting or sharing April Fool's jokes online could lead to a maximum of 5 years imprisonment. You kind of agree with that, low key.
Say that again?
Thailand in 2021.
That doing April Fools, you go to jail?
Yeah.
Maybe
I don't
probation.
know. I'll think about it.
Maximum of 5 years.
Okay. Maybe 5 years is a lot. A few days to teach you a lesson.
Yeah.
A week. If you do a week, 1 week in jail.
Hey, speaking of COVID, I was watching this. You ever watch Jubilee?
Yep.
Jubilee has this thing. It's an awful format where one person sits in the middle of a circle of an antithetical view surrounding them, and they have to race to a chair.
I've seen this.
It's so funny. So there was a medical doctor who was making claims about COVID, who was saying like, "Yo, I think anti-vaxxers are harmed," or whatever the case may be, right? And some lady sat down and said the funniest shit in the world. I recorded. She said, "Because like." I wanted to hear the actual dialogue, right? Because I'm interested in how they think and the evidence that they want to provide. But it just ended up being like they would just get on there and start grandstanding, and she was just kind of talking in circles, and he let him talk, and then she says, "You know what we need to do? We need to get vaccinated with Jesus. That's what we need to do." I was like, "Yo, it's one of the funniest things when you watch it live, dog." Calm D. Get vaccinated with Jesus.
And he was just like, yep.
he didn't push back at all. He was just like, yeah, as a medical doctor, I'm skeptical too. Bruh. Oh,
I saw that same one, the sex therapist that was debating it. She was great.
Anecdote after anecdote, bro. She was funny. But I'm not real big on, you got to watch this because I watched it. But dogs, listen, we just finished season 2, and it is my first anime, and I have watched animes outside of this, but it's changed. Solo Leveling is in my top 5 shows of all time. Not anime, not animation. Top 5 shows. We're talking Game of Thrones. We're talking. It is an unbelievable show, and I implore y'all to watch. And anybody out there who don't, get the Crunchyroll app and watch Solo Leveling, because the storyline is fire, the action is amazing, the main character, like dog, it is a great show. I'm having so much fun watching it.
Can we have the baby talk some more, please?
You
You were talking over the child.
You want to say hi? Say hi, Big T. Say hi. Say hi. She's freezing up. Say go brew. Say this brew crew. That's
You
crazy.
gotta
She
get her a
freezing
little
up. She
hat.
talks all goddamn day. You finally get the mic and you freeze up. Unreal.
She's not a podcaster.
Not a podcaster. Good for you. Be better than dad.
Can she guess a number? Ask her what her favorite number is.
Yeah, she's 1.5, my guy.
That's her favorite number?
Don't do numbers yet.
So 15.
It's coming.
1.5, 15.
15. I'm rolling the 100-sided die right now.
Let's do it.
Is that 6?
It is number 6.
Oh, that's tough.
That's easy.
That's easy. Easy peasy.
Not when you have to spread it out between 3 people.
All right, I'll go first. Baker Mayfield.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron James.
Alvin Kamara at Tennessee.
Oh, nice. Sturdy. Number 6.
Oh, we're going again?
No. We just said
Yeah,
it.
you go until you stop.
Oh, I thought we were just
Oh.
all saying
No,
one.
you go until somebody wins, brother. Come on, man. Y'all know the rules.
I don't know that rule.
It's literally how we played.
There's a bunch of quarterbacks I'm thinking about, but I'm
We're
afraid.
gonna get this. We gonna get this timer.
But I'm afraid I'm going to be wrong with the quarterbacks that I'm trying to guess.
I'm gonna be happy if you're wrong.
I know you will. I will say.
I
don't want to be. I just don't want to be wrong.
no shit, Eric. That's
I don't think anyone does.
I think that's time, bro. You're
Matt
out.
Stafford.
I don't think so.
No, he's 7, my guy.
Oh, he's 9.
I don't think that's
9.
right
Oh,
either.
Matt
shit.
Stafford's 9.
No,
Yeah.
I was thinking it's college. In college, he was 7, right?
Was he?
I think he was 7 in college. Yeah, he was 7 in college. I played against him.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. All right, so you're out. So I'm gonna go Mark Sanchez.
Mm-hmm.
I think was Joe DiMaggio number 6. Oh, baby.
Okay, you got the mic. Go ahead. Big T want to hear you out. And he's stalling too, so.
No, I said Joe DiMaggio.
Joe DiMaggio was number
Okay.
5.
5.
Oh, that stinks. Oh, she wants it back.
Say something. Come on. Come on. Number 6. Wait, though I won though, right? Because you were wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won.
Yeah.
Yeah, dubs. Have a nice day, Macrodosians. Remember that Arian is the best at this game on this podcast.
Do you want to do voicemails?
Yeah. You want to do it? Let's do one.
Let's do it.
Before we get to our voicemail, it's brought to you by Stella Blue. Stella Blue Coffee, the #1 coffee for hammock enthusiasts. It's right there on the label. You've got Big Cat in a hammock. He loves hammocks. Everybody loves hammocks. Who doesn't like a good hammock? Stella Blue certainly does. At Stella Blue Coffee, we believe good coffee is one of life's non-negotiables. It's time to stop drinking those boring big coffee beans and turn to Stella Blue. Stella Blue Coffee's delicious roasts are available in cold cup, K-cups, ground, and whole bean formats to seamlessly fit into your morning coffee routine. The best part is a portion of the proceeds from every purchase benefits Paw Chicago, which finds homes for more than 5,000 dogs and cats every year. It's home to the nation's largest medical hospital for homeless pets. To get 15% off your next order, get involved with Mug Mania by going to StellaBlueCoffee.com, placing your vote for Stella Blue Coffee's next best-selling mug design. Stella Blue Coffee, great purpose, better coffee. And again, you're going to get 15% off your next order. Great way to order it on StellaBlueCoffee.com. And while you're there, place your vote for Stella Blue Coffee's next best-selling mug design.
Hello, Macrodosing. My name is Jacob from Washington State. Got a game that my buddies and I played in college, and I thought it would be fun for y'all to try it on the pod. We were trying to name every professional sports team that does not end with the letter S.
Okay.
For example, Washington Commanders ends with an S, doesn't work. Houston Rockets ends with an S, doesn't work.
Got it.
Trying to name every team across the 4 major, the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think-
Mad Dog, if you want to mute it, I have the answers
think-
right
okay.
here.
Let's mute it.
Do you
I
have
got
them
two. I
written
got
down?
two.
Okay.
Miami Heat,
Yep.
Yes.
Orlando Magic.
Utah Jazz.
Oklahoma
Nice.
City Thunder.
All right, so we got 4.
Nice.
Minnesota Wild.
Yep.
What
5.
is that? Well, what is
Hockey.
What sport is? Whoa. Oh, jeez.
There's got to be some more hockey, so think of those.
Okay.
How
I
much
think-
are there total? Did you say?
There are. Hold on.
Are we counting Utah Hockey Club?
Yeah, I was
Utah
gonna say
Hockey
that.
Club, the Tampa Bay Lightning,
Yep. Okay.
the Boston Red Sox,
Great call.
Chicago White Sox.
Nice.
Do we know how many there are, Mad Dog?
Yes. So there are. Wait.
I think 11. No,
And we have, what, 8 now?
12. I think.
Something like that.
11. I think if I did that right. 11.
If including Utah Hockey Club.
Okay, so we've said Utah Hockey Club, we've said Tampa Bay Lightning, Minnesota Wild, White Sox, Red Sox, Magic, Heat, Jazz,
Thunder.
Thunder. We're at 9. So we have 2 more.
Are there any in football?
Football.
I don't think there is.
let's
in
see.
football.
I don't think so.
I don't think that there are.
There's got to be more hockey. Think Canada. Oh no.
Predator. No shit.
No.
There are multiple predators.
Mhm.
I'm doing my best, man.
No. I know. The
The Avalanche.
good
Yep.
call.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
We're at 10.
The
It's gotta be
Seattle
Western
Kraken.
hockey.
Kraken,
Mhm.
11.
So is there one more?
I think you guys got
No,
it.
that's it.
Well, you said with the Utah Hockey Club there were 12.
No, I counted incorrectly. That's
Oh,
my bad.
okay. All right. Cool. Great.
Damn.
Nailed
Got
it.
out the
Good job,
park.
everyone.
Good job, guys.
Yeah. I'm a fucking sports guy now. I am growing. Let's
Big
go.
time. Why
I don't
do
know if I'm gonna be able to get me into hockey though. I don't know if I can.
You like hockey when we go, though.
I
Connor
do,
McDavid.
but it's a lot to put on my plate, dog.
Listen,
I got that.
yeah. Let's focus on baseball. We don't need. Let's focus
God
on
yeah.
baseball.
damn it! I look up and it's 3-0 Kansas City Royals already. dog.
No, say psych.
Damn.
April Fools.
I got people already tweeting me like, "Yo, we're 0-3 since Arian Foster became a fan."
That
Like,
now-
I ain't gonna put this
I
on.
There
have
is-
seen those.
There is the
discourses.
potential that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not renouncing my fandom, dog. That's fucked up.
No. Nor would I ever want you to. But I mean, if they lose this series, and then who's after this? Who do we got?
3-0 at the.
Oh, then we have the Orioles. Good squad coming in. Excuse me, that's the Royals schedule. Who do the Brewers have after the Royals? The Reds. Okay, that's a nice break. The Reds, and then the Rockies, who are terrible.
Well, I'm in it. So don't come at me, cuz. Don't come at me. You know what I mean?
Pause.
All right, I'll give you that one. Give you that one. God damn.
So the Red Sox and the White Sox are spelled SOX, not SOCKS, because the newspapers that cover the teams wanted to shorten words like you're texting. So, like, when instead of writing the word through, THROUGH, you would write THRU. Instead of pictures, they would write pics, PIX, and socks to abbreviate it and make it shorter and save room in the headlines. SOX.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah.
I think as a society we should change through. OUGH is egregiously stupid.
It seems British.
It's ridiculous, dog. Just THRU. Boom. We out of there.
Fast food figured out a long time ago with a drive-through. It's always THRU.
Yeah, you know
What's
what?
the longest one-syllable word?
Ooh.
'Cause that's 7 letters. I'm sure there are ones
Gotta
longer
be-
than that. But
Yeah.
Short. No, that's only 5. Shorts.
I have it.
Spleens. Spleened. Is that a word? Cleaned.
Longer.
How many letters?
The one I'm seeing, I've never heard of. I mean, I know what this word is, but I've heard it used differently.
I've got one that's 8. Couldn't you say
Baby's talking.
plowed?
No.
What does it start with?
S. There's 2. Both of them start
Okay,
with
so it
S.
might be like an SH or an ST or an SN or an SW.
I don't fucking know, man. What is it? We're not gonna guess this shit.
It starts with an S.
You're really trying?
Yeah, I am.
There's 2 that are both 10 letters long, and they both start with S.
One I've never heard of, and one sounds like incorrect to use.
Smoked. I give up.
Strengthed.
Strength?
Yeah.
It's saying you can use it in place of strengthened, which I've never heard.
No.
Strength? Like strength?
Like
the word
ED.
strength, ED.
I strengthed myself at the gym today.
Yeah, no.
I strengthened my arm.
That's fake.
There was you remember that video of Eric Holder?
Strength.
Eric Adams, the mayor of New York, when he was going through that room and showing where your kids might keep drugs and weapons?
Yeah.
One of my all-time favorite videos. And he's like, look, something as simple as a stuffed animal. You might have a bag of cocaine. And he pulls out like 3 8-balls worth of coke from a stuffed animal's head. He talks about backpacks in that video, and he's like, backpacks can be a good place to hide or secrete drugs. So he thought that secrete, he was using secrete as like a verb to explain the word secret.
Yeah.
This is where I secrete my drugs. They've been secreted.
And then the other word is scraunched.
Oh, I saw schmaltzt.
What's scraunched?
Scraunched.
These aren't words. I call bullshit on your fake words.
Scraunched is meaning crunched.
Okay.
I got scraunched. Scroonched is also on here. There's a lot of, all of this list is like SC, SH, like all of those, but they're the most unused words of all time.
Yeah.
Squirreled.
Squirreled?
Yeah.
Squirreled.
But people say it can be monosyllabic if you pronounce it correctly.
I don't know, because squirrel is...
Squirrel.
I think that's 2 syllables. Squirrel.
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 Squirreled. I think that's 1 syllable.
Squirrel. All right. Good talk.
Yippee.
Good talk, America. We will see you guys on Thursday for macrodosing. Love you guys. And stay woke on the 1st of April. You don't want somebody putting a fish on your back.
The regular woke, not this co-opted woke.
Not the woke.
Not the co-opted woke.
Yeah.